Good morning and welcome to your Friday morning. My goodness. Welcome to your Monday morning. As if only. No, it's going to be a good week. Got a good week coming up. It is Monday. It's a fresh start. It is not Friday. Do not be fooled. It just feels like Friday because it's such a chill vibe this morning. I hope that you're all well and had nice weekends. I had a nice weekend, lots of DIY around the flat, and also walking around in the cold weather that is now Berlin. Yes. So we've got another Inktober prompt today. This one I found quite tricky to figure out what we were going to do. So if you remember, on Friday we did throwing away. Today the word is slippery. Slippery. So I was like, what are we going to do? Obviously, you can think of like a slippery floor, ice skating, maybe soap, maybe, I don't know, many things. And then I kind of went around and around and around, and then I ended up with this one little sketch, and I thought, okay, let's just do that. Even though it may not be a slippery sketch, if that makes sense. Anyway, we're going to do it. I hope that you like it. If you want to go rogue and do your own Inktober, then please feel free. If something amazing pops into your mind with the prompt slippery and you're like, oh yeah, I know what I'm going to draw, then do that. But otherwise, join me and I'll take you through step by step. So, I have just got ink today and my water and my fine liner pen. I think I'm going to try and challenge myself. In my seat. To draw with the dip pen and ink. It's this ink, Zeichentusche by Roller and Klinger Leipzig. And it's really good. It is waterproof when dry. And then I just have a dip pen with a little nib on the end there. I have my fine liner because that is my happy place. My rotring, I use this, or I use Pigma Micron or the Bosner pigment liners. They're all amazing. All right, let's get started. So, cast your mind to a relaxing place, okay? Let's do that. A relaxing place where you're just relaxing. Okay, and we're going to draw a line that's straight from here to about here across the top. About here. Straight line. Mine's going down ever so slightly. Yours can too, or it can just be straight. Then we're going to bring a curve around this bit and have it coming down and off the page. In fact, this page is a little bit of a different shape to my original sketch, and I don't want to draw anything inappropriate, so I might even extend this line a little bit so that it's a bit longer, so that it comes down to create a bigger shape. You'll kind of understand what I mean as we continue this drawing, what we're drawing. So this is just coming kind of down, and this is a bad line. It shouldn't be this wonky, but coming kind of slightly inwards, not as in as I've drawn it, but still. Okay. Then we're going to draw a kind of dip shape here. It can start by coming in a little straight and then dipping, but really like subtly. It's one line. It's just doing a little wobble. So maybe like, let's see, 2 or 3 fingers wide. Here it starts, and then it kind of dips and comes around like that. Still getting used to these old dip pens, so bear with me while I get the, this happens all the time. While I get the amount of ink I should be using in. Like I said, I used to be a master of these, but it's been a very long time. I mean, not a master, but you know, I could tell you all you needed to know about them, but it's been a very long time since I've used them, so there we go. Okie dokie. Now we're going to draw another line that comes down here. So from, we want it to be like, maybe like as thick as this bit here, if not thicker. And it just comes down like that. Okay. Now we are going to draw another hump that comes up and down here. So in this little space, it's just going to do, we're going to do a little mountain. And it can either cross here, or it can finish here, or it can finish further back, however. And then we're just going to do a line in the middle there. Kind of just that. Yeah. So you're like, Ness, what's going on? We've got all these abstract marks. I'm loving it, but I'm not sure what it is. How does this relate to slippery? Well, let me give you the clue. So we're going to draw up here a hand. I know. Every single time we're drawing hands and you're like, Ness, I can't draw hands. I find them so annoying and rubbish. We're going to draw a hand and we're going to draw it as if, let me model on my hand if I can get the position right. It's coming like here. So the pointy finger is coming down. Actually, it can come off the page, which is fine, isn't it? Pointy finger is coming. Oh, use a fine liner, Ness, for goodness sake. I'm determined. Okay. Pointy finger coming straight down. Then thumb coming here, and then folded over other fingers that just go off the page. So that looks like it's doing a rude symbol. It's not. This is the index finger, or the pointy finger, the children here. And this is the thumb. But I wanted to leave a little gap here because I wanted to put a object coming down onto our shape here. And then this is the thumb, so you could do a little nail there, a little crease, like that. Does that, I don't know, maybe it looks a bit weird, but whatever. It's not the focus, so you can just do a little, like, literally like a little paw there if you wanted to. Okay, and then we're going to draw a T shape. So this is like a T shape. You can see, ignore this line. We can change that later. That line doesn't need to be there. Okay. Now, what we're doing is we are drawing a slippery bath time situation, which would mean that this person is shaving their legs. Woo! Must be Friday. Okay, so this is the legs, in case you can tell. And this is obviously the razor. So it's going to be, it has to be all foamy with lots of soap though, because it's not a dry shave situation here. This person's got time. They have gone all out. They've got their shaving foam or whatever you use. I don't know. So keep it simple. And then we're going to draw the line that has just been shaved. In fact, you don't need to draw the line, but now I'm going to draw the line. So that is a fresh line of just a few dots of normal, how normal legs look with dots on them. But it's hair free because this person is, you know, wanting to be silky smooth. Then the rest of the leg is going to have, of course, lots of hair. Now I'm going to make my leg look as if it's been maybe 2-3 weeks since the last shave. They're getting pretty generous, keeping you warm. My coffee's here. Thank you. So yeah, you can go wild and do whatever kind of hairy design you want. But we also need to finish our design with the foot on the end here. So if I hadn't have drawn the leg so big, of course, I'd have to have drawn what's going on here, and I don't want to draw that, so that's why I had to draw it kind of going off this way. So you can try and fit like a curled around foot. Maybe I'll do that to make a cool composition, or you can have the foot just coming off the page, or you can have it pointed if you've got enough space. Originally, I'll show you my original design so you can see how my original foot was going to be. It's going to be like that, kind of clawing at the end. But now I've got a different situation, so I'm going to roll with it, and I'm going to curl this foot up, and it would be maybe like the little toe. Sorry if this creeps anyone out. And then the big toe there. But you play with the space, play with whatever situation you've got going on for your foot. And the ridiculously small little toenail nail, which is always like, what is even the point? And I'm going to do a stylized wobbly foot like that. I'm kind of happy with that. I quite like that. And then I'm going to draw the ankle here. And then just to keep it realistic, I'm going to put a few hairs around the ankle that got lost, that didn't get picked up in that last shave, because let's face it, it's tricky. Okay. So is this slippery? Does this kind of qualify to be cast as slippery? I think so. Right, because this is slippery. And then in case you're worried that it's not slippery enough, we're going to add a slippery, potential slippery situation. And on this knee, we're going to balance the bar of soap. I mean, now you know it's not real because this is just unrealistic. No one can balance a slippery bar of soap on their knee, can they? Let me know if you know someone. And this bar of soap is going to have kind of a foam around it because it's just recently been used. And it's going to kind of like be slippering, yeah, made that word up. Slipping down or slippery down this leg, which is yet to be shaved. So we have, again, to put the hair in. It's quite a satisfying, fun thing to do. But don't you think it's a tough word? I mean, like there are lots of slippery things in life. You can have like a slippery surface or whatever, but like how to translate that into a drawing that is an easy step-by-step drawing situation. I don't know. I found this quite challenging to think of something that would be fun, funny, good, easy enough. And true to the subject, you know. So if you have any opinions, always let me know. You can also always DM me on my Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active in the social media realm. But I'm happy with how this is going. I think it is quite funny. Okay, now it's just a case of adding detail. So you've got your main composition. Again, it's hard to draw like the slippery. Maybe I'll draw like the slippery, soapy bit that's coming up here. It's all covered in soap. And then just do some bubbles maybe coming up. Dip your pen, Ness. Bubbles coming up from the bath that they're in. I mean, how luxurious having a bath. Haven't had a bath for a while. I mean, I washed, don't get me wrong. But nice relaxing bath. 'Cause the bath that I have at the moment is full of like plaster from the shoddy work. And I had the Hoover yesterday, the vacuum cleaner, and I was like, can I Hoover the bath? And I thought, no, because you'll probably just scratch it. So then I just thought, nah, I'll wait. And it might sound really lazy, but I promise you I did many other household chores this weekend. I'll tell you that for free. Quite liking these bubbles, kind of thematic, so I'm going to continue. As you can see, they're just really rough circles and then a little mark in them, maybe different sizes, because you're giving the idea of like a reflection. Obviously they are play with the light, don't they, the bubbles? Like so. I'm very happy with that. I don't love this hand. That needs to come down a bit. Let's see if we can add a knuckle and maybe that bit for the thumb. See how it's holding? And then I might get my brush and cheat a bit. And if you get annoyed with me because you're like, Ness, I don't have a brush with ink, I'm using a pencil, you can just scribble, because I just want to make this little bit a bit prominent, because it looks a bit weird with that random squiggly line. Of course, you could always draw a pattern on your razor if you can't fill it with paint or ink like this. There's always a way to modify the mistakes or whatever, if you see it as a mistake or if you see it as a complication in your drawing. There's always a way. And sometimes it makes the drawing better, in my opinion, because if you make a mistake, you're way less precious about the kind of outcome. You're like, well, I don't like it, so I may as well try and fix it. And then if it doesn't work, I never liked it in the first place. And if it does work, then I've learned a new way to modify my drawing and maybe it will look better. You never know. So that's what my motto is. And those of you that have been to my workshops in the flesh will know the motto of, if you don't love it, then carry on working on it, because it always looks rubbish before it looks good, or it can sometimes look bad before it looks good. And if you don't love it, you may as well try and ruin it, and then you'll learn something. There's my lesson for today, kids. All right, and I think that's all. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do any more with the ink. I'm liking the outcome. I'll show you a bit closer with the ink. I could add a little bit of watercolor paint once this is dry to maybe give it a bit of a bathroom feel, maybe some blues and a little bit of flesh color. But I think I'm going to leave it there for today's session. So I hope that you like your outcome of your kind of slippery painting. And yeah, let me know what you thought of today's topic, whether you like the word slippery. It's kind of a gross word, isn't it? I think it's a gross word. Tomorrow, I don't have my list with me, so I'm not sure what the thing is for tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be better than today. But I'm actually really quite happy with today's drawing. I'm pretty chuffed with that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed and liked and commented, and all the love I've got on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. I love it. And I will be back here tomorrow for Tuesday's session. So take care of yourselves, have amazing Mondays, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.